Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video we are going to find out which is the best car under 8 lakh rupees as of February 2021. I have compared a lot of cars in this price bracket and selected those cars which are on top of my list. So what are the options? The options are Honda Amaze 1.2 S petrol variant, Volkswagen Polo Turbo Edition, Nissan Magnite XL Turbo variant, as well as the Renault Kiger RXL Turbo variant, the Kia Sonet HTE 1.2 petrol variant, the base variant. Similarly, the base variant of the Hyundai Venue, that is E 1.2 petrol. Also the base variant of Tata Nexon, that is XE variant. So let's start comparing these cars on the basis of 6 major aspects which a buyer look for, that is engine and gearbox, mileage, suspension and comfort, safety and stability, features, as well as the service cost of these cars. So let's start by comparing it on the basis of engine and gearbox. So for Amaze 1.2 petrol variant, I would rate the engine and gearbox combination as very good. It has adequate power for both city and highway usage. Now talking about the Polo Turbo Edition, I would rate the engine and gearbox combination of Polo as excellent. I would say it is the best engine under the price bracket of not even 10 lakhs, under the price bracket of 15 lakhs also. It is the best engine. It is the best 1 liter turbo petrol engine, and it has won a lot of awards on international market as well as for the best small capacity turbo petrol engine. So the combination, I would rate it as excellent. Now talking about the Magnite and Kiger's turbo petrol engine, I would rate the overall performance of that engine as very good. The combination with the gearbox is also really good. Now talking about the Sonet and Venue's 1.2 petrol engine, I would overall rate the engine and gearbox combination as very good. It has adequate power for both city and highway usage. Many has said that it is underpowered or something, but still I would say for a normal user, for a normal driver, it has adequate power for both city and highway usage. Now talking about the Nexon's petrol engine, I would overall rate the engine and gearbox combination as very good, but still I would say it can be improved. It can be improved in the sense Tata has a lot more potential with that engine, since if they could tweak the tuning a little more, and if they could eliminate a slight bit of turbo lag below the 2000 rpm, then definitely it will be a really good engine. But still I would rate the engine and gearbox combination as very good in the Nexon petrol. Now talking about the mileage, for Amaze 1.2 liter petrol engine, I would overall give the mileage rating as 15 to 17 kmpl, between 15 to 17 kmpl. But on highways you can expect around 20 kmpl if you drive normally on highways. Now talking about the Polo Turbo Edition, this is also a really interesting case, because although it is one of the most powerful engines in this segment, but still it returns a very impressive mileage of overall mileage between 15 to 17 kmpl, and on highways you can expect a really impressive mileage of above 22 kilometers per liter on the highways. This is like many of you might argue with me that it won't give that much and all, but still I would say this is the only reason, because of that sixth gear and the tuning of that engine, that is on highway speeds of about 80 to 90 kmph. The engine RPM still remains under 2000 rpm, which gives it an excellent mileage on the highways. Now talking about the Magnite or Kiger's engine, I would rate the overall mileage as between 15 to 16 kmpl, and on highways you can expect around 20 kmpl. Now talking about the Sonet or Venue, here also an overall mileage you can expect between 15 to 17 kmpl, and on highways you can expect around 19 kmpl. Now talking about the Nexon, here also I would say that because it's a slightly bigger engine, it is a turbocharged engine, so the overall mileage on city and highway usage I would rate it as between 13 to 16 kmpl, and on highways if you drive it normally you can expect about above 19 kmpl on the highways. Now talking about the suspension and comfort of these cars, now let's talk about the Amaze itself. I would rate the suspension and comfort of Amaze, overall comfort of Amaze as really good. It is spacious, the suspension is really good, it absorbs almost all the bumps in a proper manner. So overall the rating is very good for the Amaze. But when we go to the Polo Turbo Edition, I would rate the overall experience as good. There are two main reasons for its low rating. One, the space is little tight on the Polo in the rear seat. Definitely Polo is a hatchback, it is a smaller car, so space is little bit tight on the rear seats of the Polo. Secondly, the Polo has a sort of a European suspension, I would say, because it is extremely stable on high speeds and all, but the bump absorption capability of this suspension is not that good, so that if you go through a pothole on high speeds, definitely you will feel that pothole inside the car. So I would rate the overall suspension and comfort of Polo as good. Now talking about the Magnate and Kiger's suspension, I would rate it as overall I would rate it as very good. Be it the space or be it the suspension, the overall rating is very good. And I have to say, between the Kiger and Magnate, the Magnate offers more space for the passengers. Now talking about the Sonet and Venue, overall here also, under normal driving conditions, normal speeds on highways like between 18 to 19 kmph, I would say the overall suspension and comfort of Sonet and Venue is very good, but still I would say they have a stiffer suspension in comparison to most of the other cars. So what it means that if you increase the speed a little bit, like if you are someone who cruises around 120 kmph, then definitely over bad potholes, definitely the passengers feels that thud inside because it has stiff suspension. And for Nexon, there is no comparison. I would say it has excellent suspension and comfort for its passengers. Now talking about the safety and stability of these cars, again I would rate the Amaze as very good. For the Polo Turbo Edition, the safety and stability, I would rate it as excellent. It is extremely stable on the highways, and it offers a very good amount of safety. So overall rating is excellent for the Polo Turbo Edition. Now talking about the Magnate and Kiger, I would say overall I would rate it as very good, but still there can be a lot more improvements, both in terms of slight build quality upgrades and as well as the steering in these cars, because even on higher speeds the steering of these cars are very light. So for some people they might feel that car isn't that stable, or they aren't confident of increasing the speeds of their cars. So I would say there are scope for improvements on both Magnate and Kiger. Now talking about the Sonet and Venue, I would say overall safety and stability, I would rate it as very good. Yes, the build quality can be slightly improved, but as an overall package, because it has a stiff suspension as well, the high speed stability is really good. Now talking about the Nexon, I would say there is no comparison. It is excellent in this segment. Now talking about the features of these cars, I would say if you are paying a price of 8 lakh rupees, you expect some of the basic features in the cars, like a music system, central locking, power windows, etc. So in terms of features, I would say the Amaze is very good, I would say, because it has all the basic features like music system, power window, central locking, etc. Now talking about the Polo Turbo Edition, I would say this is an excellent package. The newly launched Turbo Edition of the Polo is an excellent package. It has, I would say, music system, power windows, central locking, even alloy wheels, and a lot more. So I would say in terms of features, the Turbo Edition is an excellent choice. And in terms of Magnate and Kiger, I would say it has also a really good amount of features for the price. All the basic and necessary features are present on the Kiger as well as the Magnate. Now talking about the Sonet or Venue in terms of features, I would say the overall rating is good, because it has a it has some of the basic features like power windows, under locking and all, but it doesn't offer a music system in the base variant, which is sold for under 8 lakh rupees. So I would say the overall rating is good. Now talking about the Nexon, in terms of features, I would say it is the most lacking car in this segment for the price, but I can't complain for the price. It is offering a lot more in terms of engine and engine options, space, comfort and all, but in terms of features, I would say it is the least feature rich car in this segment. I would say overall rating I would give it as good. Now talking about the service cost of these cars, for the price of these cars, almost all are offering a reasonable service cost, and I would overall rate it as very good. For Amaze it is very good, for I would say Magnate or Kiger it is very good, for Sonet and Venue it is very good, and also for Nexon the rating is very good. But for the Polo Turbo Edition, I would say the overall service cost rating I would give is good. Don't get me wrong, for all other cars the service interval will be between 10,000 kilometers or 1 year, but for Polo it is 15,000 kilometers or 1 year. So I would say even though the service cost is little bit higher, on the higher side, still it is compensating by giving you 5,000 kilometers extra in an year. But where the actual issue comes is on the price of the parts of these cars. If any of the part gets damaged and if you want to replace it, the cost of the parts will be really high for Volkswagen cars in comparison to all other brands. So that's why I have given an overall rating as good, but still I would say I would definitely recommend this car because it comes with a 4-year warranty under which all the parts cost will be covered. So I would say for 4 years it is completely fine, but if you are considering the car for more than 4 years, definitely do consider the parts cost of these cars as well. Now let's move on to the conclusion of this comparison. So let's start by talking about the Amaze 1.2 S variant. So I would definitely recommend you this car because it is the best compact sedan under the price bracket of 8 lakhs. It is absolutely spacious and comfortable for its passengers. For a normal family, definitely this is a really good choice if you want a compact sedan. Now talking about the Polo Turbo Edition, I would say it has an excellent engine, excellent feature list for the price of 8 lakh rupees, and I would definitely say in this comparison it is the best car under 8 lakh rupees. It has almost everything a common person looking for a newer car needs. It has a very good engine, very good feature list, and it is attractively priced. Now talking about the Magnate or Kiger, I would say it is value for money products. Both of them are value for money products. Overall, between the two, I would say overall Magnate is a better choice. And if you are someone looking for a compact SUV under 8 lakh rupees, like you don't have to do any of the extra modifications and all, definitely Magnate or Kiger is the best compact SUV under 8 lakh rupees, and between the two I would say Magnate is slightly better. Talking about the Venue and Sonet, I would say since they are the base models of their lineup, they need some bit of aftermarket modifications like a music system, fog lamps, etc. So if you are okay with opening the panels of a new car and all, then definitely you can consider Venue or Sonet. It is an overall good package for the price you are paying. So, and in between Venue and Sonet, if you ask me, I would say Sonet is an overall better package than Venue. Now talking about the Nexon XE variant, definitely it requires a lot more aftermarket modifications than the Venue and Sonet. So if you are okay with that, like once you purchase the new car, then definitely you have to take it to an aftermarket shop for the modification. So if you are someone who is okay with that, then I would say it is the best compact SUV under 8 lakh rupees if you are okay with modifying the car right after taking the delivery. So I hope this video was helpful for you, and if you find it helpful, do hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel. And if you have any doubts regarding these comparisons, you can ask me in the comment section below. And also I have a dedicated telegram group named Indian Auto Tech Industry for solving all your doubts. So if you want to ask me any doubts personally, then you can join that telegram group also. I would leave the link in the description box below. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you in my next video.